The moon bleeds over slate. One by one, neat crescent impressions cut a line across the roofs as if a single beast had walked the village on its toes. The milkman Daniel Reed will trace the line from his doorstep into the moor. What followed was a county arguing with an impossible mark. Were those footprints natural, monstrous, or the trace of something people refused to name? Agnes Moor says the devil walked past her house at dawn. She wakes at night, lights a candle, counts a rosary bead and points to a neat crescent print on her doorstep. For her, the marks are not curiosity, they are accusation. Daniel Reed found the first print by his milk box at first light. He knows every tread he makes, this track was no man's boot. He keeps his iron milk pail at his side and feels the world narrow to a single line of cold impressions leading away. Constable Hargreaves arrives with a ledger and a flat method. He measures the stride, compares the crescent marks, mutters about foxes and stray horses. He does not like that the track crosses tiles and frozen water, it prods his neat world with an unaccountable bruise. Tommy Lark is a child who loves edges. He follows the prints past barns and over a frozen stream, hands numb, whistle silent in his pocket. He does not yet know superstition, he knows only chasing, and the tracks reward him with questions no adult will answer for him. By dawn Daniel has the first proof in his hands, a single crescent print beside his milk box and the same neat marks over his roof. He traces them with a gloved finger, feeling both a tradesman's certainty and a sudden, private unease. The line runs away toward the open moor. Constable Hargreaves writes numbers into his ledger. He proposes foxes, a lost pony, the work of foolish lads. He cannot explain how a single line crosses a frozen puddle and continues unbroken. His ledger grows thin with notes that do not soothe the village's rising anxiety. When Agnes tells the square that the devil passed at dawn, her words are not a story but a verdict. Mothers draw children inside, men cough derisively then listen, and the village begins to turn a private fear into a communal accusation. The prints become a language of blame. Tommy keeps pace with the line. He will climb a barn and watch those single prints step cleanly over a frozen stream onto the far bank. At 10, he is only thrilled and baffled. The prints make a child understand there are rules the world refuses to disclose. By midday Daniel climbs onto a thatched barn to see how the line negotiates gaps. The prints have a rhythm, single, neat, then a yard-spanning jump and another single mark. No hoofed animal he knows can vault that distance while keeping such precise, unbroken spacing. That night the villagers find a single crescent mark on the locked chapel's threshold, placed dead center as if to make a point. No print leads inside. The door shows no tampering. The single mark outside feels like a signature rather than passage, and something in the village tightens at that deliberate punctuation. Hargreaves brings planks and men and waits. The village holds its breath when the single prints step across the makeshift bridge, leaving no drag marks, and march into the scrub beyond. The constable's plan proves the prints continue where nothing living should, and his ledger fills with observations that tidy answers will not reach. 3 miles out, Tommy finds the line's end, a small circle where the snow is disturbed and the prints stop. There is no body, no den, only a tidy ring of churned earth and a silence so absolute the whistle in his hand seems obscene. He runs back with his find while the moon watches like an eye. Rumor finds voice at the well. The prints turn into tales, a devil's march, a witch's bargain, a sign of plague. People trade dates and witness and each barter adds certainty. What began as strange impressions becomes legend, and Daniel watches his neat facts slip into stories that will outlive his ledger. Late, Hargreaves sits with measurements and admits in a low voice that his ledger holds facts but not meaning. He cannot reconcile the print's geometry with any animal or prank he knows. The constable's confession does not settle fear, it hands the village an open question they will answer with story. In the end, the answer is not a person but an absence made stubborn. No contrivance is confessed, no animal captured, no trick revealed. The prints keep their geometry and the village keeps its stories. Daniel leaves certainty on the doorstep and returns to work with the iron milk pail heavier in his hands. The truth, plainly, is this: the tracks were never explained, and what they cost was the county's calm and Daniel's belief that every mark has a name. If this story sent a chill down your spine, drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. A new story every day.